here we go. Welcome to Elder Scrolls Online version 10.0.0. This chapter, Gold Road. I'm gonna skip this. New items, mythic items, mounts, pets, 22 new skill styles. It's also interesting. This is not the scribing, this is the styles that you can apply to existing skills, so you can change their appearance. This is nice. Won't want to miss the... Okay, this is the trial. There's one new really strong trial set, I think, but we'll see as we scroll down. And let's get straight into it. It's the new zone. Okay, this PV, scribing. We kinda know all of this, I just wanna see the possible combinations. I think we need to log on PTS for this. You get the grimoire, this gives you the skill, the base behavior of the skill. Also, do they say if you can use only one or if you can slot multiple scribed abilities? There's no limitation on scribed abilities, yikes. That's a bit spooky. Unit but doesn't work. Wait, let me see if I can... how do I do it? Do I need to be in... I don't know how to pin. Pre-order because you're full. I also pre-ordered. So yeah, they give the example of the broken thing. 6,000 magical damage to enemy. Oh wait, no, that's the Oblivion damage one is the broken one. So there's a lot of customization you can do. Oh, nice, thank you, Walker. Now it's been. Any Necronerf? We'll get to classes in a moment. So this is the last one. This is very interesting because you can get something that you're missing on the class you play. So this might make Necro playable, even if they don't buff Necro skills themselves. Maybe scribing will save Necro. So you can drop something like like Saxon End and maybe get your crit and a CC from one skill, and that buys you the bar space to play the character. Okay, Luminous Ink, just scribing stuff. Scribing tab inside skills menu. Understand what Screamotion. So there's no limitation on how many you can have on your bar. I don't like that. I think there should be only like max one scribe ability, because the scribe abilities are really fucking broken. So this might end up being a situation where you just want to run only scribed abilities, and that's not really ideal. Good CC on Warden. Yes, there is one. I believe the this one can be a delayed pull. You can run that with like casted ability and Rush of Agony and Caplos in, and then you pull everyone. That's broken with like Northern Storm, for example. Many ideas, many ideas. At least rank 5, so level up your mage skill if you haven't yet. Scripts. Wing of the Griffon, wait, what? Oh, you have to do some questing to get them, okay. We'll just farm them, it's fine. Skill styling, okay, here we go, the new set. Sets from the trial. There is one really broken one. Let's see if they changed it from when we saw it first time in the Amsterdam event. Lose passive for class if you run all these scribing skills, I feel. Maybe wrong, just your opinion, we'll see. I wanna check the combinations you can have. Okay, wait, they don't show the trial sets here. Or are they... Okay, that's the trial sets. Let's start with the overland sets. Weapon spell damage, that's some pretty good 2 to 4 piece. Okay, this sucks. This sucks because it's just a verse. It's just a verse Heartland Conqueror. Heartland Conqueror gives you more than 200% stage effect chance by doubling your charge trade. And you also get, if you have powered back bar, you also get 9% healing on the back bar. So I don't see the point of this set. You only get the healing if your health is 50% or less. So, seems kinda meh, but maybe I'm missing something. Maybe you run this with Heartland Conqueror, but that's probably more than you should have when it comes to status procs. Heartland Conqueror and Charge you already get guaranteed box from like Arctic Blast, for example. Group Major health free zone decay, very nice. Minor toughness. Huh? Wait, I need to get to the class changes. Grubber Vintage. Weapon spellments, when you kill a monster, dealing 50% of the max health to enemies within 6 meters as bleed damage. Up to, wait, 50% of the max health, up to 24%. No, okay, I'm not going icy ever again during the event. Oh, fuck that. Imagine someone kills a boss with this in icy. Mid and PV. I wonder what happens if you kill a Sorkbed. Does that count as a monster? Ignore Battle Spirit? No, but it's a 24k tooltip. That's a big nuke. It cannot crit though, but still, like, if you have full pen, then 12k damage and... Yikes. And once every 0.5 seconds, if you have a lot of mobs, then... If you're fighting mobs in icy and someone does like a spin to win, and the mobs start dying, you're just gonna blow up. Pull on flags, for example, yeah. Cringe set, but there's gonna be people who troll with this, for sure. Funny icy set, kind of. I don't see many other uses for this though. It's only monsters. So you can't use this in BDs, for example. Heavy set, max stam, max health. A blocking attack reduces damage taken by 11% for 3 seconds. Kinda meh. There's sets that reduce your damage taken by 10% at all times. You don't have to block anything, so this is this one is kinda weak. I don't like this one. It just it should be like 15% or maybe 20% even. If it was 20% for 3 seconds, maybe it would be worth it. Maybe, but even then it's kinda questionable. Very underwhelming heavy overland set. Crafted. Crit sense. While in combat, each second you stand still grants you a stack of Sentinel's Eye every 1 second up to 10 stacks. Each stack increases your critical chance by 168. Wait, that's 4680. That's a lot of crit. Hold up, that's a lot of crit. That is to... that is 2 times major... Major Prophecy, right? Almost 2 times Major Prophecy. And this one is 12% crit chance, right? Hello? Okay, it doesn't update. Yeah, it's 12%. I remembered correctly. Stand still. Each second you move removes half of your... Oh, okay, never mind. Stand still. This is gonna be used by the people who sit in spawn in icy and snipe. 1 major berserk of heavy attack. Okay, hold on. Extending combat removes all stacks of Sentinel's Eye. Using charge and teleport abilities do not... Okay, this set is terrible. 24% crit chance doesn't really justify having to stand still. If it was 1 stack, every second you move, maybe you could use this, but... as it stands, it's kinda meh. Target Strike. Weapon spell damage. Really good 2-4 piece for a crafted set. This has not existed in a crafted set before. Interesting. So you would want to craft this as a 4 piece sometimes. Sanjura, how you doing? Hello. Some of these gear sets. So far they've been kinda meh. All of these, but... for 2-4 piece, this one is nice. Dealing damage with a fully charged heavy attack grants you major berserk for 4 seconds. Okay. It's a fully charged heavy attack, but you could use it on Nightblade. 4 seconds is not that much of a duration though, and I think you get major berserk from the new mythic, right? Or do you? We'll get to that in a moment. I thought the new mythic was... Yeah, you get major... Okay, so you don't run this set on Nightblade. doesn't seem too amazing. It's only 4-second duration. You have to land a fully charged heavy attack. Not a medium weave, but a fully charged heavy attack. You're not gonna have a good uptime on this. For 10% damage, that's the same as Essence Thief. Why not just run Essence Thief and have better uptime? But you would craft this for the 2-4 piece. Sea Serpent coexist though? Yeah, with a huge snare. So there's always a downside to Sea Serpent. 40% crit chance? No, it's 24. Moving with, only with Streak soon? Yes. Use DDF? Use the new mythic, you don't use DDF. Okay, this is the last one. Max stam, weapon spell damage, so this is the stam set. Don't use this on magic builds. Light and fully charged heavy attacks gain 100% stage effect chance. Stage effect is based on the damage type of your weapon. This is stronger than it seems. 100% stage effect chance on your light axe. You can get 2k tooltip on Sundered. You can get easily 2k tooltip. And doubled heavy is 2 stage effects, so you get 4k burst damage with your heavy. Oh, it has max magic on the 4 piece. Okay, 2 to 4 piece is kinda meh, but... And bow proc sork, yeah, you could run it on bow sork. Like, this would be pretty interesting. Pairs well with Waters and 2-8s. This one, yeah, also that you get 560 on each Sundered proc, and if you run this on body, you also buff the like ice heavies on the back bar, for example. This one's interesting. And it's really good on maybe Warden. So you get shield and you buff the shield even more with the Warden passive. That's worth considering. Normally, for reference, normally the lights and heavies, they do not proc status effects ever. They don't have any chance to proc them, and this one just makes them guaranteed proc them. So on a Warden, this could be a very strong set when you think about it. Could Justin have same effect? No. We have 0% chance on stage on lights and heavies, except with Overload. Overload is the one exception. So maybe you won't run this on Sork, but you will run this on Magden. I think it should be really strong. Storm Cursed. Oof. Don't give watch ideas or anyone else running that set. Okay, trial sets. There was one really broken trial set. Crit chance. Perfect set. Crit chance max Magicka. So Magicka set. Increase your crit chance by 128 for every major buff active on you. Up to 1536. Okay, they added a cap. Okay, it's no longer broken. There was no cap when they showed this in the Amsterdam event. Increase your crit damage done by 1%. This was 2%, so they nerfed it. Okay. It was good, but now it's just mediocre. Good thing though, like this would have been absolutely broken. So you can have a lot of minor buffs. If you play an Arcanist, you get let me show it here actually. Let's say you play an Arcanist and you run like Phoenix mod on the back bar. Really good match kind set for back bar, right? Because you make your heals cost stamina, and you cast you slot this on your build. That is already for minor buffs. And with Phoenix mods, actually no, you won't run Phoenix mod. You already get the minor cards. Well, either way, we can have a few more with maybe something like Griffons. You could run that minor force and minor expedition. You would already have 6 minor buffs, and then you get a like minor evasion from your class skill or class buff. That's 7. Then maybe you play in a BG, you get minor prophecy, major like minor sorcery, like anything from other classes. Oh, and you get 2 more from this thing. You get the minor protection, minor resolve. It's another 2. You can have like a billion minor buffs, and they didn't have a cooldown on this when they showed it in the Amsterdam event. It was 2%, so you could have gotten to like 30% crit damage very easily with Arcanist. Would have been kind of broken. I think it's still maybe potentially good. Just 4% crit damage and 1500 crit chance is pretty decent for a 5-piece, but I think there's maybe... Let's check the other stats here. Crit chance, minus layer. Oh, this one is also a minor buff, by the way, so you automatically get this one too. Weapon spell damage. Crit damage gives you a stack of sliver for 10 seconds. It's not... Okay, it doesn't have to be direct damage. Only gain 1 stack of sliver every 0.5 seconds. When you gain your third stack, stacks are consumed and crystals launch at the last enemy you damaged, dealing 3k physical damage. What the fuck? This is the base tooltip? Is this the base tooltip of this? No. This is gonna be broken. Another fucking trial set that is just gonna be broken. I wanna see this tooltip on the PTS, but if base tooltip is 3k and it's from any crit damage, it can be dot damage. You can just dot someone up, and in 1.5 seconds, best case scenario, you launch some giga nuke at them. Like, this set is... It's like Relay, but more bursty and better. And you have a 5-second cooldown. And it's 10-second duration, it's not 5 seconds like Relay can. Okay guys, it's time to farm the trial. PvE time. Yay. Exchange to max magic and stamina by 1700 for you and up to 11 other group members. Nice. Let's buff ball groups. Let's give all the max sogs in a ball group more max magicka. Why not? Why not? Ball sog and that's in. You can play like this is on any build really. Can be Bowsork, can be like anything with a dot that you can stick on someone. Anyone with structured entropy. Like Nightblade, you get guaranteed crits. You can block this very easily. Maybe even on melee Nightblade, you can open up from stealth with a heavy attack. Get a guaranteed crit thanks to cloak. Then you do surprise attack, you get a guaranteed crit. And then if anything else crits, like any of the enchants, although it's only every 0.5 seconds, so maybe that doesn't work because there's a like small cooldown. But this seems very broken for almost any build. I'm gonna have to farm it and see how the tooltip looks like. Desi trial group. If this is as strong as I think it is, yes. We're farming this day one. Or maybe not day one. Day one is the scribed abilities, but it seems broken. Heavy set healing taken, minor ages, max health. More than 50% health, increased crit damage and healing of your group members by 11%. Why do they buff ball groups, man? Why? Why is there like more and more of group buff sets? Okay, it's damage taken by monsters, but still, like, this is gonna be used in, like, some cringe lord is gonna run this in a ball group, and everyone's gonna hit you for 11% harder with like, everything. Ball group stronger? Yeah, I just hate that. Evians activate and block while in combat grants use Steam Guardian. Wait, Steam Guardian. I wonder if Wolf is gonna have issues with this. For 0.5 seconds, reducing your damage taken by 99%, can occur once every 10 seconds. Blocking an attack while Steam Guardian is active reduces cooldown by 5 seconds. Now I wonder what happens if you block 2 attacks. Is this once? Do you like make it 5 seconds? Or do you just completely remove the cooldown if you have multiple people tryharding you? Because if you can completely remove the cooldown and have this 100% up, then obviously that's a bit strong perhaps. It's a little bit strong. And we're gonna have to test that out. But even if it's only one attack, then having half a second of taking basically 0 damage is pretty strong. It's equivalent to major protection, it's just more bursty. If 10% of the time, 0.5 seconds out of 5 seconds, you have 100% or 99% damage reduction, that's the same as having 10% at all times. But it's more bursty, so you can activate block and click your burst heal. You take no damage from the dots at that moment, and you heal back up to full. And it's gonna save you from execute, I believe. So this is, it's not necessarily terrible, no matter how it works. But if you can reduce the cooldown by more than 5 seconds, if you block multiple attacks while it's active, then it's broken. Block tanks in PvP got buffed? Maybe. Depends on how it works. If it's only once, then block tanks got like they don't want to use this because they're always holding block even when they're not about to take direct damage. Like you do get the effect when you activate block, but you have to be actually blocking something. You can't be like holding block and you activate it when no one's doing anything to you. It's more for like reactionary defense. Okay, this is RP Mythic, we saw that one. This one I'm gonna use on my Nightblade, unless they changed it. Major Berserk, Minor Maim, good value. I don't have any of those. Major Resolve, Minor Beats, also like it's not amazing. This is the low roll. You already have Major Resolve most of the time, but not always, because Major Resolve duration on Nightblade is not 100%. You only get it for 6 seconds after cloaking or using surprise attack. So if you are in a position where you're like trying to outrange and line of sight, you might not want to click cloak because you've been countered. You might not have magicka for it. You might need to heal. You can't really go offense with the surprise attack because you are being tryharded and there's a lot of people on you. It's very easy to drop the Major Resolve. Or not like very easy, but it definitely happens every now and then. So I think it's not necessarily terrible value. Minor Beats, of course, if you use surprise attack, it's terrible value. Major Force and Minor Brittle. Also, if you use Tarnished Nightmare, this is not good value. Major Force and Minor Brittle, this is the high roll. This is the most damage you get out of this mythic. If you have this, rest in peace, whoever you're fighting. And you know what you're gonna run this with? At least on my build, if you run Vadas and 2S on the back bar, you're gonna craft this set that has weapon spell damage on the 2 to 4 piece. And instead of running another 5 piece, like TT Oakfather or Stygian, maybe we drop the Stygian instead of Oakfather, you would have this mythic. It's gonna fit in perfectly. And you buff your heals with this a lot. It's like with the current options, like crafting 4 piece, like let's say Stone for example. If you want a crafted heavy chest and light belt to min-max the armor, you would have Ben here on the 3 piece. It's more optimal to have the weapon spell damage, especially with Antelmir, because weapon spell damage buffs the penetration part of the mythic as well. So in combination with this, it's really nice. And it's not gonna be nice just on Nightblade, there's probably gonna be a lot of other builds too, but Major Evasion, I also don't have space for the Nightblade Evasion, so that's good value. We don't run LSS, so Minor Vulnerability is really good value. It's close to a 5 piece actually, in terms of damage increase. We don't have Ambush as well on the Nightblade build. It's gonna fit right in. Major Courage, also good value, don't have it. Minor Cowardice, also good value because no power extraction. It just fits in perfectly. It's only one kinda low roll. Everything else is big. Some new Antiquities, okay. New mounts, pets, outfits, emotes, skins, dice. TOT deck. New homes, furnishings. It's the art support. I don't have HCR monitor. Feels bad, man. I need a new monitor. Mail system got revamped? Oh, okay. Need to read that. Character resolution. Oh, interesting. Kept that low number. Add new graphics setting on PC. Character resolution allows you to control the presets for the... Oh, okay, so my 4090 gets more value, I think. Nice. Mail improvements. Mail categories. Mail is now automatically sorted into 3 categories. Player mail, system alerts. Information only, do not include attachments. Okay. Mail sorting. Player mail is now sorted based on expiration. Cool. And do we get more space for the mail? How many inventory slots are available on the current character? This is gonna be very useful actually. Delete after claim, okay. Take all. Oh, this is an interesting option. Oh, can get a notification. Delete the mail with attachments. You can now delete a mail that still has an unclaimed attachment. Okay, at least there's a confirmation dialog. I would probably accidentally click that. Also, what's bad quant hidden? Hiding correspondence will now be automatically recorded in a new section of the lore library called Hiding correspondence. Oh, that's the mails you get from the hirelings. Okay, I mean, nice. Expiration changes. Oh, there's only 7 days to claim rewards for the Verti now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No bueno. Have to clear the mail more often. Environmental sustainability feature. What? While taking care of our... creating opportunities for gamers to reduce their environmental impact while gaming. Reduce GPU used during player inactivity. Working so hard when you're doing anything? I mean, that doesn't have anything to do with the environment, that's just how it should be, no? Virtual signal section of the... Yeah. But why, like, this is just what you should normally have, no? Like, why should your PC be working fucking overtime when you're sitting in a town? It's concerning graphics nerf, is it? Port consumption is minimal. Until it happens though, it can be wasteful. Game client will now drop the resolution in half if it has not detected any input for 5 minutes. Impose a 30 FPS cap while inactive. Results in power consumption going from 65% down to 24%. Yeah, but it's only if you haven't clicked anything for 5 minutes, and then it probably goes back if you click, right? Wait, let me scroll up. Creeping rabbit spots can't proc Acuity anymore. It's over. Oh no, there goes the gank build. Finish it in 7 days. CPU is cutting trees down, apparently. Yeah, so right now my game would be nerfed. We would have potato graphics. Or actually I'm kicked from the game, so it doesn't matter. Screen dimming while inactive. Mail console 7 OS level. No PC counterpart ISO now includes one built-in for PC. Same time your resolution drops, we will dim the screen on a PC client. Thought it worthwhile since the data we found shows that screens that are not as bright will consume less power. Okay. Raise CPU and contextual menus. In most menus matching inventory achievements, question, etc. Frame rate is now kept to 30 FPS. Okay. I mean, I don't know how this is gonna impact us. Gonna have to find out. Gonna have to find out how it feels like in the game. It's only when you're in a menu. If you're outside of a menu, then like actually playing the game, you should still have 60 FPS, right? What if it bugs out? Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like that's what you have to worry about. Only if it's just new. This has 60 Hz, 1080p, 1490. Would they ban me? I'm probably like chopping down at least 5 rainforests every time I boot my PC. Feels bad, man. The source is gonna go wrong, maybe. Healing immunity on health bars. New state of health bars for healing immunity, which will display on target that is immune to your heals. This is very nice. You can know when someone's running bail order in a BG. You can know when someone's running blood for blood, which would be me on some characters, but you can know when someone's got vamp toggle on. You can heal yourself on your... Sekar, thank you for the raid. Thank you. How was stream? We're doing a patch note review right now. We just went over the item sets. We're not very far. We haven't checked the classes yet. But, hope you had a good stream, man. Necro changes, we're about to get to that. Does this prevent you from actually healing the people who are healing immune? I hope so, because that's kinda dumb when you cast your heal and it does nothing, you know? Desi boy, how you doing? Hello. Zenistaf hosted an event and flew to another continent? Yeah, it's maybe a bit, you know... Like the template changes. Okay, we'll get to that soon. New achievements. Nice. Cool. Lots of achievements. Known issues. Waltz movement may often not properly displace you. Jumble may look very strange when going through areas with terrain differences. Scribed abilities. Many scribed abilities do not properly interact with passives and item sets. Please continue to call out these failed interactions when you encounter them to ensure we can cross-reference our internal list of known issues. Okay, so gotta keep that in mind. We're about to... Oh, help us for Ring of the Bellwether, but Frenzy and Morphs do not currently properly display as immune to healing, so they announced the feature but it's not actually working. I bet it's functionality should be fine. Used UI issue. Oh, okay, so now you can't heal people who have the Bellwether Ring. That's very good. Or any healing immunity. Because right now on live, if you try to heal someone who's using Blood for Blood, who's got Payloader, you're not gonna heal yourself, you're gonna heal the person who can't be healed. So your heal just disappears into nothingness, which really sucks. So this is a good change if they fix that. Combat and gameplay. Okay. Due to this large feature, as well as following suit of previous years, this update will be on the lighter end in terms of actual combat adjustments to the existing gameplay. Okay, so it's mostly about the scribing. Understandable. Class changes, reading order. Yeah. I'll get to all of that eventually. As for some of the more impactful changes coming, we have a very small number of class changes aimed at helping with some issues we've seen long-term feedback on. Templars may be delighted to hear that they now have access to some crowd control in their kit, with the addition of immobilized placing. Do they play this game? Do they actually play this game? Little may you know, Templar is the class with the most CCs in the game. There is not a single class with more CC than Templar. CC, knockback. CC, stun, gap closer. CC, snare, root, stun, all of them. Literally all of them. CC, snare. Also CC that your teammate can activate. And Templars may now be delighted to hear that they have access to some crowd control. I don't... Why? It's fine, like no one uses Blazing Spear in PvP. Now they might use Blazing Spear in PvP. So this is actually a good change, but I don't like the rationale for it. Saying that Templars have no crowd control just demonstrates a lack of understanding of the game. So you want to compare Templar to what is supposed to be a CC class, for example. Not saying DKs don't have good CC. You have Leap, you have the Root, you have a stun at the end of Stone Giant, and you have Fossilize, and you have a Snare with Ash Cloud. And from your like other skills, you do have a pull as well. So you have a lot of CC as a DK, but you have equal amount of CC as a Templar, as the like quote-unquote the CC class of the game. Also Japs do Snare People as well, so I forgot to mention that. But Templars' main issue was lack of CC, apparently. No potion / food rework. Class changes. Yeah, it's a bit questionable. Dark Shades for the Night Blaze will now always deal area damage to help the class gain some impact for cleave damage and debuff application for tanking. Thank you for the Nightblade buff. You can cross off the bingo card. Nightblade buff, check. Wixby, how you doing? Hello. Any delighted Templars? I mean, it's not a bad change, it's just the rationale is kind of dumb. Wardens may find some more value to their betting nets outside of PvP, where it will now grant small increase to your damage stun for a short duration if it fails to remove a negative effect. Outside of PvP? Okay, I'm really curious to see how that is outside of PvP. We'll find out. Ichatel, how you doing? Can't use any of those CCs in PvE to be honest, it's PvE change. But why would you need to use CC in PvE? The bosses are CC immune. Most of the mobs in like trials and stuff also CC immune. Convinced now Cinemax is a social working place. Again, like, it's not a bad change, but this is nonsense. Also, so Stickers will now be delighted to have more flame dots added. Any undelighted wardens? Uh-oh. We're getting Gunmu. Finally, necromancers have regained some raw power back in their tethers, as they've fallen into decay of the last year or so. You don't say. Well, let's see what they changed. Jabs can hit people. Werewolf buff. I mean, that's fine. Outside of classes, we also have a small handful of changes to those who howl at the moon, giving some good headbats to the werewolves out there. Generally speaking, they've fallen far enough behind the pack in many aspects of the game, so we're going through some of their abilities to add meaningful buffs while also trying to do a better job to represent existing playstyles for them. This includes those pack leaders out there who prefer to protect their pack instead, with some changes to the morphs of Roar to differentiate playstyles between devastators and tanks or disruptors. Ferocious Roar will focus on enabling more traditional bloodthirsty playstyle, terrifying foes so much they'll take bonus damage from piercing howl. While Deafening Roar will focus on helping those who wish to control enemies, which drops all offensive bonuses for defensive ones by granting major protection while slotting. That's kinda strong. 10% less damage taken, well, I mean, why not? Thus causing all their heavy attacks to taunt enemies for 15 seconds. Yes, this does not allow for an AoE taunt, okay. High-level view of this update, we're very much looking forward to your feedback, both for the combat adjustments and also the ever-exciting scribing feature. I think the scribing is gonna change a lot, so don't read too much into the class changes or the lack of class changes, because I think just having the scribed ability is gonna change a lot. So there's gonna be access to like new CCs and new buffs that you might be missing on like, let's say your Necro, for example. So I think the scribing is gonna have a lot of that covered. Combat abilities fixed issue where many movement-oriented abilities such as Mistform could have their animations broken by wall dodging at the frame of activation. Wall dodge will now be disabled temporarily while you are actively being moved from one of these abilities. Oh, okay, this is not good. They are removing some of the skill ceiling in this game. You know what this means? They say Mistform, but you can right now you can streak into or dodge roll into streak. And that means that you will basically avoid dark damage attacks while you're streaking away. And they are taking that away by the sound of it. Because now you will temporarily disable, or the dodge roll will be disabled. This doesn't sound very good. I don't like that. Why would you do this? Fix an issue where channel heavy attack animations would break and lock you in the animation until if you hit escape during the channel, now you can actually escape. Cool. Fix an issue where some player abilities were not properly respected in line of sight checks. This includes the following: Blessing Protection and Smorphs, Fungal Growth, Obsidian Shield, okay fine. Issue where some knockback effects could desync their impacted targets for remote clients if the attack that applied the knockback also killed those targets. Okay. Alchemist. Health of Tom, Abyssal Impact. Spellix player, this morph now ranks up in 1.1% healing per rank, resulting in 3.3% additional healing at rank 4, rather than reducing its cost per rank, as the morph upgrade does not interact with cost at all, was offering too many unique advantages. So they nerfed Flail a little bit. That's probably fine, I have more than enough sustain on Stamgonist. It's kinda understandable, I think Flail is a very strong ability, it's maybe a bit too overloaded. So this is actually a change that I kinda agree with. No more streak carry. No more streak dodges, which means that you can still like spam hard and then streak away. It's just if you're good at the game, you're punished. Decay. Ardent Flame, Fire Grip, Change to Devastation, fixed an issue where this morph could sometimes cause your character to face the wrong direction after using. Don't know if I've had this issue, maybe a few times. Necromancer, Gravelord. Shocking Siphon, increased damage by tick of this ability and its morphs by 33%. So they are close to stationary overtime effects rather than being treated as sticky overtime effects. 33% is not gonna make this be worth slotting. I'm just gonna say that straight away. Like, it's not gonna make it worth using. But let's see, Restoring Tether. Increase the healing per tick of this ability and morphs by 14%, so they're close to stationary over time effects, rather than being treated as halfway between stationary and sticky over time effects. It's not really enough. You don't run this ability right now. It's good to have it buffed, but I think what they should do with the Tether, they should increase its duration. It should be like 24 seconds, or 30 seconds or something like that. Because right now, I would rather spend the corpses on Dead and Bane. I would rather get more duration or major protection than running Tether. And you can run both because it's only 12 second duration. So if you use this, then you have 4 seconds less on your Dead and Bane. And like, you can't really generate enough corpses to make use of both. Brockman, how you doing? Really want to make us use Tethers? Yeah, they do, but it is not really... I mean, there's gonna be scribed abilities, so I am not really gonna say like, oh, Necro is gonna be so bad next patch. No, gotta test the scribed abilities first, but it's not gonna make me so Tether. Like, 14% to the trip? Nah. I'm good. I'll keep my Dead and Bane. You see the new sets already? Yes, we went over them earlier. It's now decaying slowly rather than fast. They want us to even consider using Tethers. Need an if out of range, continue, but at reduced effect. You can just use the class set. It's not really that's not really the issue. I think it's just the duration. Having to refresh yet another buff that has like kinda short duration is not really ideal. You can only there's no bar space for this. I don't like it. Nightblade, Summon Shade, Dark Shade. PvE. Usually you run the other one in PvP. Smurf Shade now only uses AoE attack, rather than using it once every 5 seconds, swap into a single target attack. You help add more options for cleave damage in the class. Maybe you could use this skill instead of Structured Entropy. If it uncloaks Nightblade, it's an AoE attack, right? If you have this on a Nightblade and they cloak and it does the attack at the same time, it doesn't just break the cloak. Adjust the visuals to appear as Train Power rather than Whirlwind, feel more appropriate for Nightblade ability. If it's 8 meter AoE as well, if you can have a little shade auto-cast the Power Extraction for you, basically, while you're killing another Nightblade, that's pretty useful. If it's just gonna uncloak a Nightblade, that would be nice. I wouldn't mind that. I might consider slotting this instead of Structured Entropy. But right now you want Structured Entropy. Sorcerer, Dark Magic, Pot Magic. This passive now activates when you cast the Dark Magic ability with a cost, rather than when you hit an enemy with a directly applied Dark Magic ability. It was done to make the passive more reliable and easy to understand. Those... What the f... If anyone's wondering what this ability is... Hold on, let me pull up my max health Sork here. Let's pull up the Sork that is already working super well in BGs. It's already really fun to play. Okay, I can just scroll down here. Doubled Eyes, Stam Sork. Sork nerfs? No, in your dreams. You know how like Sork survivability is so weak right now and requires a buff. Let's make this passive. Let's make this passive that heals you for 3.5k every time you cast a Dark Magic ability. Normally you would have to run a Crystal Weapon, you would have to run this one, or some ability here to proc it, some direct damage, directly applied ability. You would have to run that in order to proc Blood Magic, right? They changed that. It now activates whenever you cast a Dark Magic ability with a cost. You know what has a cost? Dark Conversion. Let's get a 3.5k heal on top of the 10k, on top of the buffed Hardened Ford, every time you use Dark Conversion. How does that sound? Does that sound like something Sork needed? More survivability? Because this wasn't strong enough. No. No. We need more survivability on Sork. Let's buff it further. It's clearly struggling right now. I don't know what to tell you. Do they like take a look at live, take a look at Zero, take a look at the max shocks, take a look at the shocks in BGs. Is this something that Sork needs? I think Sork right now, like it has pretty good survivability. I don't think they needed to do this. How are the patch so far? We have we're already losing our minds. What do you think about this, JJ? You like Sork, right? How do you feel about getting a free heal every time you cast Darkon? Or if you happen to use Crystal Weapon, I think it's every time you cast it now, you don't have to land it. When you hit an enemy, now you just have to cast it. When you cast the Dark Magic ability with a cost. So you click Crystal Weapon, you get a 3.5k heal. How about that? You play a Max Shock, you throw a frag, you don't have to land it. You just click the ability and you heal instantly. Shattering Spines, click this ability or you heal for 3.5k on top of the AoE and apply the Major Maim. Why not? Why not? No Sork nerfs, no. You wish, you wish. They want to make us even consider use tethers. Oh, Retten? What's on your bar with scribing? Yeah, that's true. People who cancel frags to heal. I think you have to like actually cast the ability. I don't think you can like cancel out the frag cast. I think that's to finish casting, but you don't have to land the skill. And Crystal Weapon, you can just click on it and heal. Might make Crystal Weapon worth using. Perfectly balanced. Yeah, clearly. All they have to do is take off the interrupt on Darktail. Fuck this game. Always impressive to see how little Sos knows about their own game. It's crazy. The immobilize also. Wait, what immobilize? Oh, the Sork immobilize? Yeah. So it's a really good skill, by the way, if you find a good build for it. I used on the heavy attacker. Wasn't hard enough to kill the Sorks? No, clearly not. Let's buff them. Just give them more healing. Sork mates are happy right now. It's okay. If Sork is OP, I play it myself. I don't complain about what's OP. I just play it myself. It's fine. But it's just ridiculous to see this. It's like, why? Sork made you happy. The Kanmusa Sork man. I see. Big Faves, how you doing? PP is lost in the future? I don't know. We're gonna have to see. Might be a lot of Max Shocks out there. Now you will play Max Shock. Is it time? Is it time for Imp to finally play it? Now Aiko, how you doing? They did buff Werewolves, yes. Imagine it works if you block against a Dark Deal. Yeah, but that I don't doubt it's gonna be. I doubt it's gonna be that broken. That would be ridiculous. Testing on Max Shock currently. Wait, does it work like that? They're probably gonna nerf it if it works like that. If you can start casting the frag and cancel, then you get the heal. Werewolf's gonna be broken. We'll get to Werewolf soon. Okay, Atrix Spear, Blazing Spear, also causes the initial hit to immobilize enemies for 4 seconds. Tempa tanks have been slowly creeping into the scene as we've tried to find ways to empower their crusade, still lacking a definitive and satisfying immobilize tool to help keep control on the battlefield. While it won't pack the raw supportive power of an ability like Dark Talons or Engage, we're hoping it still helps out the role while also creating more satisfying interplay in the Atrix Spear skill line to empower their bread and butter function strikes. You know what this is gonna empower? I was thinking of using Ele Weapon, but fuck that. Fuck Ele Weapon. I know exactly what I'm gonna do on this. This has good tooltip. That's an 11k tooltip. And now it's also gonna root. I think now this is worth slotting. We also have an AoE on this. 11k undodgeable damage that roots people. Into beam, I stay dodge roll out of it. Or into javelin after the dodge roll, into beam. They stand still in the root, hold block, you javelin and beam. Isn't this kinda broken? After this change? Isn't Blazing Spear like actually worth using? Or am I missing something? Because I think a lot of people don't know that this has a very good tooltip. when it comes to damage. The problem is that if you try to land this on someone, they will skip walking. It's kind of hard to land it because the positional desyncs, kind of like trying to land a. Also has a bit of a delay before it lands. But if you can root people as well, it's gonna make it a lot easier to land it. Dark Bar, yeah. I mean, not Dark on. Why? No. Just a normal range bar. You don't want to run Dark on a bar because you have Javelin. You have like the best range CC in the game, and you would run this on a range build. You want people to be worth slotting right now, yes. But if you can also root people, if you can keep them in place, keep them moving as little as possible, I think it's worth it. Was what I'm placing Spear stun? Yeah, but you have good stun. Like you don't have a root right now at all on Templar. Having like new CCs in your toolkit is super valuable. Look at Arcanist, having Tentacle is super valuable when it's on an ability that has an execute or is a strong ability like damage wise that you want to utilize. Blazing Spear is strong damage wise, and now it's done roots as well. So maybe there's some potential there. Let's see what else. Some bug fixes. Warden. Petty Nets. This ability and morphs now also increase your damage done by 5% for 5 seconds. If no negative effect, it was removed from the ability. It's kind of funny they mentioned this as like I don't mind this. I think Warden is like maybe 5% more damage is fine. It's nice, right? But why do they think this is only outside of PvP? If you are behind line of sight, you cleansed everything. You're just gonna have more damage on your Northern Storm. You cleanse everything, you don't have any debuffs on you, click Northern Storm, net sticks, plus 5% damage. Yeah, they say it's a PvE change, but it's also a PvP change. In order to help Wardens damage production without rocking the boat too much in PvP, where they are already plenty strong, I think Sos has very weird ideas of how the balance is right now. I mean, Warden is strong, but it sounds like they're thinking Warden is one of the strongest classes, where I think it falls kind of in the middle, maybe a little bit above Necro right now. I don't really understand this. Warden don't need damage? Well, you're gonna get some damage, whether you want it or not. And yeah, they didn't buff Arctic, so got like stable, I mean. Adding a conditional bonus that will mainly activate in PvE. Also trying to add more resources of damage and to their damage focus skill line. Or more sources of damage to their damage focus skill line. So we can slowly look at shifting damage out of their tanking focus skill line. Okay. We'll see what they do. Weapons, bow, rapid fire. Fix an issue with this ultimate and Toxic Mars morph. Where the visual effect could become stuck on a target even after the ability was cancelled. Fixed an issue where these two abilities also shot a phantom arrow dealing 10 instances of damage, despite only shooting 9 arrows maximum. Total damage per cast has remained relatively untouched, so minor rounding may result in less than 1% changes. Toxic Barrage increased the damage over time effect to match the new damage per shot by 11%. Now that it applies one less tick. Okay, so more damage from Toxic Barrage. Not sure how to feel about that. Send me one quota, I'm not in game. Well, Soul Magic, Soul Trap. Fix an issue with this ability and smorphs would fail to fill a soul gem if target. Okay, whatever. The skill is still Garbo, but the new scribed abilities are not. Werewolf. Also, I should probably download the PTS patch. Okay, it's done. Werewolf transformation. This ultimate since morphs light and heavy attacks now deal bleed damage rather than physical. Interesting. Now this is very interesting. These attacks now have a chance to apply their status effect, now hemorrhaging, with light attacks at 3% and partially charged heavy attack at 5%, fully charged heavy attack at 10%. So with charged you would have 9% and I think 15%. And this would be 30%. Interesting. Blood Drinker could be good. Could now be good. This is still physical damage though, use bamboo. Attacking the second ability bar, those with the beast within them have harder time interacting with stage effects and have fallen a bit further behind in damage production than we'd like. We're throwing them a bone by letting these attacks have a small passive chance to apply them, while making their build paths slightly more diverse with stage effects chance being a bit more enticing. This won't be a silver bullet to solve their damage deficits, but werewolves don't like silver. True. This ability and the Ferocious Roar Morph now apply a unique debuff called Terrified to enemies they hit for 10 seconds. Terrified doesn't do anything outright other than place a tracking effect on enemies to help werewolves mark their prey. Okay. Yeah, Deafening Roar, and this morph now grants major protection for slotting rather than major prophecy and savagery. Ooh. This makes Oaken better. This makes Oaken a lot better. That's actually a really good morph, because you already want to run Oaken, obviously. Where's my werewolf? Where is Avu? One of the buffs, you already, like, this is best in slot. It's min-maxed and best in slot. One of the buffs you get from this, Major Prophecy and Sorcery. You get minor protection, you don't get major from Oaken. And now if you use this morph, you also get major protection. And it also costs you heavy dex taunt. Not sure if there's any interesting things that can be done with that. There is an item set that could be interesting for sustain. That gets you sustain if you hit a taunted target. I think it was not this one. It's not this one. What was the name of the set? It's from the same dungeon, I think. Could be interesting for sustain. Sustain is really the main issue of Werewolf. Okay, this morph. Wait, this is the. What does the other morph do? I mean, you're already running this morph, apparently. Major Breach, Minor Maim. And the other morph does what exactly? Increase speed of your heavy attacks. Yeah, you already want this one. Major Breach, Minor Maim is better. And they didn't change the other morph, so it's just Carbo. Piercing Hull. This ability morphs no longer deal 10% bonus damage to enemies that are facing them, and instead deal 10% bonus damage to enemies that are terrified. And you get that get this from the Fear. Hull of Agony adds additional 10% bonus damage to off-balance enemies. You also get off-balance from the Roar. Yeah, you also set them off-balance. You get the Terrified and you get off-balanced as well. Stacking up to 20% when they are also terrified, rather than dealing 25% to enemies that are facing you or are feared. So it's more uptime on the damage. That's nice. Also ranks up with cost reduction rather than ranking up the bonus damage effect. Cost reduction is good, it's very expensive. 3k stam, 3.3, as with the cost reduction set. Hull of Despair extends the duration of the buffs granted by Feeding Frenzy to 20 seconds up from 10. Beaver, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Get the hauling from Werewolf players that have been struggling to engage with these abilities bonus effects, so we're changing things up to allow for more interaction between PvE and PvP playstyles, while simultaneously adding more reasons to use all of your Werewolf abilities or work together with other Werewolves to set the back up for success. Okay, I mean it's gonna be a nice damage buff. And I think this is gonna be a nice tankiness buff. So also the having more bleeds from the light axe. You already get a bleed when you apply light axe, but now you also get the hemorrhaging, or the chance to apply hemorrhaging. The bleed is pretty strong, it's 20k over 4. Interesting. Also max damage increased by 30%. In Werewolf form, and then you have the 10% from Sork passive. So I will probably go Sork instead of Templar. We'll probably try some Werewolf things next patch. Seems interesting. Okay, they fixed something with the propelling shield. Only affects abilities with range of 28 meters or higher. Okay. Rabbit's health bot fix an issue where potions made with these traits could trigger many other events, such as item sets. Wonder who would do something like that. Hot Harbor's favorite fixed an issue. Okay. Someone sword from this set no longer has a second sword appearing on the ground. I wish they would buff this set to be a little bit stronger. It's kind of meh even on stem shock. But oh well. Psych Grenade, how you doing? Make it so you can use scribing skills as Werewolf. Maybe they will add like a scribed Werewolf ability or something at some point. Also Werewolf, imagine if you just had more abilities to slot as a Werewolf. So right now you have five abilities. You go Werewolf and that's it. Like, these are your abilities. You don't have any choices to be made. But imagine if there was a scribed abilities as well. And you could like drop one of these and have a scribed ability instead. And if they did like a whole like Werewolf update where they added more abilities, like that could be cool. Would be cool for the other weapon skill lines too. I think having more options would be nice. But yeah, it is what it is at the moment. Wait, Rush Wagon in this set now has an 800 millisecond delay before attempting to pull targets, to increase the amount of reaction time enemies have before they are yanked. Why? Like, this is such a fun set now and they just have to nerf it. They just have to nerf it, because why not? Great. Pull now properly interacts as a projectile with a minimum travel time of 200 milliseconds and animates the pull appropriately to reduce the feeling of rubber banding. Increase the pull radius of the pull to 12 meters, up from 10 meters, to help offset some of the reductions to impact the wearer. Delayed damage remains unchanged, still happening after 2 seconds from the activation, dealing damage within a 7 meter radius. Isn't it 8 meters right now? Isn't this 8 meters? Oh no, it's actually 7. I don't think this needed any nerf. Bringing up a lot of negative experiences with this set regarding how it feels to both use and have used against you by adding a delay time to the pull. As well as cleaning up a bunch of inconsistencies about how the pull applies and appears. While the pull should be easier to both position and react to now, the damage itself should present slightly more of a threat, since the delay between pull affecting you and the damage going out has been reduced to 1 second. That is true, like you get the damage earlier, but this kinda sucks if people just streak out and I don't know. If you get close and you don't get the pull because people are just streaking out and whatnot, it sucks. Just help the set feel more impactful against those who neglect the aggro it can inflict, while simultaneously ensuring there are more opportunities to recognize and react to its threats. The radius increase should also help the pull become more of a selling point of the set for those who desire such control over their foes. No devs got farmed by Rush of Agony, but it's kinda disappointing. Also has cost reduction plus additional damage. Scribing is going to get a bunch of skills, constantly adding new ones in future patches to come. I hope so. Reward buffs. Wait, what buffs? What ward buffs? Devs got farmed by... oh, Red. Sets crowd control visuals would fail to blend smoothly, could appear erratic, okay. Just quest fixes, and that is the patch notes, I think. We're gonna check some of the scribed abilities on PTS. I think we wanna check those before anything else. It is a bit late, but I do have the PTS downloaded. There are some pretty... okay, overall thoughts about the PTS. There are some pretty questionable changes. They did luckily balance one of these sets that could have been absolutely broken. I'm a little bit worried about one of them. We're gonna see that on PTS. Scribed abilities, I can't really judge them before seeing the potential combinations you can have, so we need to check that on PTS. Overland sets, these are kinda garbo. I wonder if they looked at Heartland Conqueror when designing this set. You can have more with Heartland Conqueror. Heartland Conqueror is just better, it's crafted. This one is bad. This one is a bit memey, a bit bad, like you don't really want to use this in PvP at least. This one is just outright terrible. 11% damage reduction, you can have 10% for free from Buff of the Swift, for example. Multiple other item sets. This one is just what is the point? You stand still and be one of those players, I guess. 2-4 is really good on this. 5 piece is interesting, but probably not really worth it. You'd rather go Essence Thief in most cases, but the 2-4 for a crafted set is really nice. This one is really interesting. This one is a good set. Other than that, like this one, they luckily balanced. It could have been broken if it didn't have a cap. This set we wanted to check on PTS could be absolutely broken. The mythics are nice. This one is very interesting. This one is very interesting for some builds. Looks weak, but I think it's stronger than it appears. The class changes. Okay, let's go over the graphic things. Graphic things remains to be seen if there's bugs. If there's no bugs, I don't really care too much about them. Could be nice to not burn my 4090 as fast as it's burning right now. Mail systems, 7-day, you just gotta clean mail faster, I guess. The class changes, I don't know why they need to buff Sork survivability even further, but Witch Knight's Defiance already has 2-4. Yeah, there's a few sets, but not crafted sets. So if you have a situation where you cannot have a crafted set, and you want to min-max your armor by having heavy chest and light sass, you only have like medium sets or light sets to do that, or heavy sets. You can't really control the armor slots. Yeah, this is a craftable one. That's the main difference. Also, this one fixing the like not being able to heal people who are healing immune is really good. I hate healing someone and I don't heal them because they have pale order or some shit like that, and then I'm out of magicka and they're dead, and then I'm dead, and then I and it's not fun. So it's good they fix that, hopefully. The Arcanist nerf to flail cost is understandable. Some bug fixes, Necro Siphon, like it's not really hitting the mark. I think the main issue with Necro is not having access to Major Brutality and Sorcery or Prophecy from your class skills. Not having bar space for these abilities in the first place, that's something that should be fixed. Otherwise all of this is meaningless. And you rather run Dead and Pain in the first place rather than these skills, even after the buff. Even after 14% to Tether, I think you still go for Dead and Pain. And you will never have space for this skill on top of Dead and Pain as long as you have to run spell power bots. Like, it's just not gonna happen. Dark Shade Change is nice, people don't really use this ability, and this is a nice potential buff if it reveals Nightblades, kinda like Suckshot. If it blocks your Legion Strikes and so on. This is pointless. Getting a heal every time you cast Dark Deal or Dark Con. Not necessary. Getting a heal every time you activate Crystal Weapon, not necessary. I think Sork is fine, survivability wise. I don't think this is needed. This is just crazy. I do like the Blazing Spear buff, it enables its use in PvP. The Nets buff is fine, I like it. And rest is just some bug fixes and werewolf changes. So I think overall, actually this patch, before checking the scribe abilities, has not been like too terrible. There are some ridiculous changes like the Sork buff, the Sork survivability buff, and some disappointing nerfs like Rush of Agony, but probably understandable because there's so many ball groups running Rush of Agony that they probably wanted to nerf the set because of that. And I can understand that, and fuck ball groups, so I'm all for it, but I also run it myself on my build, so feels bad, man, but fuck ball groups is stronger than my feeling of running Rush of Agony on some builds, so fuck ball groups. Let's go to PTS, let's check some sets.